Hello to all the GSL viewers around the world. I'm the host of You Bet, Wolf. As the round of 32 of the GSL Codes has now ended and the round of 16 is coming up, we decided to change the format of the show a little bit. During the first two episodes of You Bet, we made our predictions on the winner of the first two matches, groups G and H, and actually it turned out that the accuracy of our predictions was only 25% correct. However, out of all the players we've chosen, how many of them do you think actually advanced to the round of 16? 75% of the players we predicted got through. We predicted Deer, Life, Roro, and Paralyzed to advance to the round of 16, and 3 out of those 4 players actually advanced. I think this is pretty accurate. So from this week forward, we're going to only predict who's going to advance to the next round instead of predicting the results for each match. I want to see how accurate this turns out to be. For this GSL Codes' round of 16, we created the groups through group drawings instead of the group selections that we normally do. In Group A, we have Life, Roro, Curious, and SOS, 3 Zergs and a single Protoss. It's a pretty interesting race distribution. There's only 5 Zergs in the entire round of 16, and 3 of them are in Group A. The ratio of Zerg for the round of 8 will change drastically by the results of this group. As you all know, Life and Roro are GSL champions, and SOS is the 2013 WCS Global Final champion. Curious, he's the Codes gatekeeper. But a lot of you are wondering how the players themselves think about this group. Let's hear how much they like their group.
제일 만족스러워요. 지금까지 만난 적 중에 고마고마할 것 같아요. 둘 다 상관없었어요. 저는 지금 저가 만족스러워요. 저그를 뽑았을 것 같아요. 별로 불편하지도 않고 그냥 평소대로 하고 있어요. 지금 만날 확률은 안 방이니까. 조이대는 제가 할 거고요. 2위는 원평이 해야죠.
분단의 심장 넘어갔는데 자율달기에 비해서 저가 너무 안 좋고 그러다 보니까 좀 불만이 많이 생기고 연습을 안 하다 보니까 성적이 안 나왔던 것 같고 이제 시즌을 시작할 때쯤부터 프로리그 때문에 이제 연습을 열심히 하다 보니까 성적이 좀 많이 올라왔던 것 같아요. 제가 제일 마지막에 그 추천 뽑혔었는데 이제 마지막쯤에 그 A조 가고 싶다는 생각을 하긴 했어요. 토스 많은 조보다는 그냥 저그 만조가 편할 것 같아서 토스랑 가동제할 때는 너무 힘든 것 같아서 16강 보니까 다 잘하는 토스들인데 누굴 만나든 다 힘들긴 한 것 같아요. 예전 우승할 때에 비해서는. 1, 2는 모르겠고 그 한 자리는 일단 제가 올라갈 것 같긴 한데 한 명은 그래도 이승현 선수가 되지 않을까 하는 생각.
잘못됐다라는 생각 들었어요. 팀킬도 나오게 되고 좀 그렇게 돼버렸네. 그때 지고 나서 IEM 때는 제가 이겼거든요. 한번 주고 맞았기 때문에 이번에 확실하게 제가 이겨놓을 생각입니다. 저랑 승현이가 서로 안 만나고 1, 2등으로 갈 것 같아요. 저그전 같은 경우에는 좀 변수가 많다 보니까 김유진 선수는 무조건 이겨가지고 최대한 저그전 덜하고 가고 싶어요.
프로리그는 한 판 지면 땡인데 개인리그는 다전제다 보니까 마음이 조금이라도 더 편한 것 같아요. 생각하기는 편한 것 같고요. 그 대신 승자전에서 바로 진출하는 게 아니면 최종전까지 해야 되는데 빌드를 좀 많이 써야 될 것 같아요. 저그전을 많이 하는 만큼. 제 바람은 제가 1등으로 올라갔으면 좋겠고요. 2등은 매번 잘하는 이승현 선수가 올라오지 않을까. 이원표 선수랑 최근에 IM 8강에서 졌었어요. 그래서 이번에는 다시 복수하고 싶은 마음이 들어요.
So now we've heard from the players. Now let's analyze Group A and predict who's going to advance. Life win ratio versus Zerg is the lowest out of the 3 races. Life's win rate is only 33% versus Zerg. However, Life is continuing a 4-game winning streak in broadcasts and matches. Even though he lost 7 straight games prior to that, when we look at his recent record against Zerg, it's not so bad. Life is going to have a hard time playing against all the Zerg players in this group, but especially against Roro, who will be his first opponent, and Roro is a great Zerg versus Zerg player. If Life is able to defeat Roro, then he might have a good chance to become first place of the group. If he loses, he might be knocked out from the tournament, along with his teammate Curious. Roro is fully back in shape. It's hard to find any flaws in his plays when he played in the round of 32, and he's even playing with stomach problems on that day. With great concentration, he was able to get to the final match and advance in 2nd place. I personally think that Group A is not that bad for Roro. He has very strong Zerg players in his team like Shine and Solar, which will work as an advantage for him. Everyone agrees that he has a strong ZVZ, and he produces better results in multiple set matches. Also, he will be confident playing against SOS if they meet in a winner's match. His Swarm Host usage against Protoss is on the top. The gatekeeper of Codes is back. Out of the 9 appearances that Curious made in Codes, he fell 5 times in the round of 32 and 3 times in the round of 16. This GSL is the 10th Codes. Will it be his 2nd time to get past the round of 16? I think he has a pretty good chance. His plays in the round of 32 were awesome. Curious has to go through a huge obstacle from the very start, which is his first opponent. He lost to SOS 2-0 at the 2013 WCS Season 2. If he can just defeat SOS, then for the second time in his career, he might be able to get to the round of 8 of the Code S. One important thing for Group A is that it's the first match after our balance patch we had on February 28th. The Mothership Core for Protoss has 5 less vision range, and the attack speed of Zerg's Hydralisk has been slightly increased. Also, SOS only won against Protoss players in the round of 32. He lost to Su, who's a Zerg. More importantly, Zerg players have their insurance, and that's Daedalus Point. This map is definitely a pretty stressful thing for the Protoss to deal with. SOS has played in very important matches throughout his career and knows how to win these matches. Also, when he hides a building in the early game, his win ratio is pretty high, and he only has to prepare against Zerg. So, when we look at all these things, it feels like Life is going to take first place and Roro is going to get second. Life is weak against Zerg, but the build order is very important in Zerg versus Zerg, and I think the instincts that he has can actually carry him to the round of 8. Roro is a very experienced player. I think he will show a lot of different playstyles against SOS to take the victory. We've been 75% accurate up until now. Please continue to watch how our accuracy changes throughout this tournament. This Wednesday, we'll be back with the predictions for Group B. Goodbye.